Hey guys, it's Chris Morris. I just wanted to shoot a video for you all real quick. This is going to be for anyone using GSA Search Engine Ranker, whether or not you have a large list of targets or not. This is going to be for you. I went ahead and purchased a couple really cool tools a while back and been doing some testing with them. I'm basically trying to rebuild my old list. I haven't touched GSA in a while, so I want to get a fresh list and build that up. So the first tool we're going to talk about is GScraper, and many of you already know this tool, but I use it. I'm gathering footprints as we speak, or scraping footprints as we speak right now to get targets to post to. So I've loaded the footprints up here. Some of them are in English, other languages, and then a huge list of keywords, more than what you see here. They're all the way up. But anyways, um, so what I got first of all is this cool software called the GSA Platform Identifier. And what this thing does is it will allow me to scrape from GScraper and feed that list or lists into the platform identifier and really drill down on the quality of the targets that I want to get back. And then I've got a third tool that I'm going to show you how to even drill that down even further. So this thing, what it does, it's got some general settings here that you fill out. Basically, I have this set to full detection mode, which it allows you to take a single URL and see if there's multiple ways of posting to it. Blog comments, article, whatever GSA can post to. It basically takes that URL and scans it for every platform that it has to see if it can be used more than once. Okay, and then I've just got it set to every 10 settings. So yeah, so basically you just say where you want the URLs it finds that GSA can use and any unrecognized and click OK. The real magic happens over here. When you click new, you move this over here. When you click new, you basically give it a name, a project name. For this I've just chosen GSA from GScraper, so I know that the targets that GScraper is pulling in, it's just going in here. And so the way to set that up is you just give it a target or a project name, click monitor files and folders. And if you're familiar with GScraper, let me just show this to you for those who may not be. GScraper basically has, this is the way that it saves. So every time you scrape, it will save the date. It creates a folder with that day's date, and then inside that you'll have a scrape folder, and then inside that you'll see the list that it scrapes. So the way that I use this is, I started the other day, yesterday, and so GScraper created the 2015-8-05. Inside that, of course, is a scrape folder. So all I did was I said, okay, I'm going to create these folders manually. So as you can see, today's not the 10th, but I've created from the 5th to the 10th and just put a folder inside called scrape because I know GScraper is going to use that. And then when you go to create your project, all you've got to do is drag and drop that in here, or you can just click the add sign and do it manually if you'd like. But either way, you create these folders and then feed it in here, and then when GScraper puts in the files, every time it goes, so I've got this set to check, in mine I had this set to 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes it goes and it looks inside the scrape folder, and if it finds a new file, it'll start to process that. On mine, I've got it set to maximum outbound links of 10. I started out at 5, and I didn't get a whole lot of results. Although, if you drill down further, like if you're using 5, you're going to get really not spammed pages or sites that you can post to. But I upped it to 10, and I clicked deep matching, and then that way it really just hones in and makes sure that the site that it thinks it can post to is what it can post to. Now it's CPU intensive if you do the deep matching, but I tick it because I've got a good computer here, great internet. So basically you tick that, and however long you want it to go. I don't use proxies or anything like that. I haven't found a need for it. You can filter down even further by the MOZ, the PANDA, if you got a MOZ key. I don't do that, and here's why. I let this thing do its thing. So right now I've got 87,000, almost 88,000 URLs right now that it knows GSA can post to. Okay, so let's say this was done. I would go here and I'd click export to site list, and then I'd import that into GSA. Now, that's without any other filtering right now. But what I've done so far up to this point is I've taken that list, I've got a bunch of lists that I can now post to that have under 10 links on the page, so it's not heavily spammed. And then the third tool that I bought, this is really cool. It's called PR Jacker. And I'll leave a link if you guys haven't heard of these in the description. Basically what PR Jacker allows you to do is go off of, instead of using like the Moz DA and PA, I use Majestic Trust Flow. And so inside of GSA, you can actually tell GSA, hey, if the PR of this site isn't, let's say PR4, don't post to it, right? So what I do is I turn on PR Jacker, and I say there's a little, what they call scripts. It's basically a rule that tells PR Jacker what you're looking for. Okay, so in mine I have it say to find the quote unquote value of PR, I have trust flow divided by 10. What that means is when it goes to Majestic to look up the trust flow, if flow is, let's say 40, and you divide that by 10, you get a theoretical PR of 4. And so GSA will get that theoretical PR4 back, and if it matches what you're looking for, it'll post to it. If not, it'll skip it. So not only did I knock down the amount of links that are on the page, so I'm getting really high quality targets that aren't spammed to death, I'm able to then go and filter that even further by trust flow and say, hey, don't post to this site if it's not at least a trust flow of 40, aka PR4. Now you may have other requirements that you're looking for to further filter that down. The platform identifier, or rather the PR Jacker, allows you to either select one of their scripts or create your own. It's really easy to do. They've got videos on how to do that. But the point of this video is just to tell you, hey, if you guys aren't using these tools, check them out. As I said, I'm using these, basically trying to build up my list again, and it's really cool. This thing feeds into the GSA Platform Identifier, and then I just kick on the PR Jacker, do the trust flow divided by 10, tell GSA, hey, don't post to it if it's not a PR4, aka trust flow of 40 or higher, and then I'm good to go. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, let me know.